Hi, Geminis. This is going to be LT Tarot doing your August 2019 general reading. If you guys haven't, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And what I'm doing now, I'm just mixing up some cards so we can pull, see what your reading is going to be about. I do have some announcements to make, though. My first announcement is that I am writing a book, right? And my book is simply going to be about women's healing. So what I'm asking people to do is actually, if you have a story to tell, like something where you overcame, like a woman, where you overcame something, and yeah, send me an email, tell me a story, and then we can just kind of like figure out we can get it in my book. So also my second message is that I'm still doing my spiritual class I told you guys about. So one of the things, email me if you're interested in that. So once I kick that off, I'll send out a mass email to everybody and get that started. So let me go ahead and mix some cards up and see what's going on with your love. I mean, not your love life, your general life. Okay. Okay. So the first thing first is end of an era. So some things are ending. You should feel like you're stepping in something new, because or like there's a lot of dead end relationships, maybe a job. There's definitely an end of an era, and you're coming into something new. So, and I see that this is motivating you. So there's a lot of motivation here. I feel like it was some stuff that really was burdening you. And so what happened is that you were so burdened, and now I feel like you're motivated to get it over with. Like, it's the end of an era. You're very motivated to keep it pushing to get to this new beginning. So I definitely see some new beginnings coming for you guys. Okay, and this is going to bring a lot of spiritual growth here. So we're definitely having spiritual growth. Let's see. So we're in an era. We got some motivation and we got some spiritual growth. What I'm going to do is I'm also going to clarify these cards and see what's going on. So we got some relationship dynamics here. Let's see. Some body changes. So basically what I'm seeing so far is that you guys are definitely ending something difficult. I see, like I said, I feel like you're very motivated to move into something new. With that being said, there's bringing a lot of spiritual growth. If you had some issues in your relationship, I see some relationships that's coming. There's a lot of new growth in relationships. So like you could have been arguing a lot, or you maybe feel like this person was not compatible with you. But I definitely see a lot of growth here. There is some body changes coming. So you could be working out. You could be pregnant, because I do see that there is some family changes, or there is a baby that's coming along. So it's definitely like some body changes that's here, and a lot of family changes. You do have a new career coming. So that's probably what the end of the era. I feel like there's just like in the month of August, there's going to be like so much new, so much growth here. And it's definitely like, I definitely see your relationship growing. I see your family growing, and I see a new career. So like if you was stressing about any of those areas, those are going to be the new things that are coming into your life for August. Let's see. This card came out. I see that you will be changing your mind. I feel like you're changing your mind to the point where, because there is an end of an era here, you kind of like you kind of think like, okay, I thought I wanted this situation, I thought I wanted this to happen, but now I'm changing my mind because I want to change. It's like you want to change at one point, and now I feel like you also kind of scared for the change. So it's like it's surrounded by fear here. Let's see. I also see that you will have to be doing grief work, and that's all part of this end of the era because there is some grief work here, and you are is a lot. Like I said, it's a lot of new beginnings coming here, but I feel like you're holding on to this past, even though there's you hit the point where there is an end of an era. You're holding on to it. Um, I feel like you're motivated to get over it, over the situation, but it's like you guys do that a lot. You guys actually, you know, you want something but then you always think about the past or you always think about the past situations. So it's kind of like you always kind of do that bounce back. Like one moment you're wanting one thing and the next moment you're wanting something else. So I see that this month you're going to be it's the same kind of cycle, but there are some areas I see that you're very motivated. So let's see what your outcome is going to be, and then we're going to clarify these cards to get a little more detail. And it's also saying get some rest. And I was just thinking when I was pulling that card or telling you about that your motivation is like in order to get your mind balanced, you do need to get some rest and meditate. And this is what this card is about, all about meditation, figuring out what you want. Because with that back and forth energy that you guys have or that you guys are having this month, or it's like you don't want to be stuck, it's like almost like you complain about being stuck, but then when things starting to move, it's like you also complaining about I don't want to say, or you're scared. It's like you're scared for this new beginning, and you guys do that a lot. It's kind of like you're your own worst enemy. You kind of always question what you want or question question that going into this newness. Like you question that a lot. And it's like, and because the reason why you question it is because you're afraid that things are going to be like your past. So you're like you move into this point where you're trying to protect yourself. And so with this protection that you guys are doing, like you got so much new stuff coming. Like you got a new family, like family changes. If you've been trying to lose weight, you're definitely gonna lose weight. You got newness with relationships. Like if you've been arguing with your lover a lot, that's gonna end. You got a spiritual growth. It's kind of like you're secretly motivated, but then you're also secretly scared to take those changes or take this take this leap of faith. So it's kind of like you continue to change your mind about it because it's like that takes a lot of effort is to take this leap of faith, and it's like you're really scared to do that. But you also want it, so it's like that's why it's that back and forth. Like there's no balance when it comes to that, and that's why it's kind of telling you to motivate. I mean, not motivate, but to get some rest and meditate because that's going to help you get through these times where you're confused and you don't really know what you want. That is something that you're going to have to work on. Now, I'm going to go ahead and clarify these cards and see what's going on here. So, the first card I'm clarifying is the end of an era. So, let's see what's going on here. So, you have the page of swords or the page of air. So, it's basically telling us that there's delays are over, and whatever you thought that you wanted, there are going to be some changes to the plan. But that's what the end of the era is that you may have been wishing and wanting things, and those things wasn't coming to play, but there will be changes to that. So there's definitely an end of an era with that situation. So the things you want, life is going to start moving a lot faster for you. Let's see what this motivation is about. Okay, so you got the five of Earth, and so what's motivating you is that this fear surrounding about money. So you may have had some uncertainty when it comes to employment. So that's kind of like what's keeping you motivated because you don't want like the air. Like what I'm feeling or I'm picking up is that the main area, the area that you leave in or error that you leave in is the fact that lack when it came to money, or maybe you wanted to do more, but money came into play. But there is a lot of growth when it comes to that. So I see that when it comes to your money, you're very motivated. You're very ready to get things done and accomplished. Let's see what this spiritual growth card is about. Let's clarify that one and see what's going on here. You're having a lot of spiritual growth because you felt like in the past you made some unwise decisions. Um, you feel like kind of learning from you learning from your past. So because you're having this moment where you're doing a lot of learning, is bringing a lot of spiritual growth in your life. So let's see what this relationship dynamic is about, because this is something the relationship dynamics is something that's going to happen within the next 6 weeks. So when I told you that, if you was arguing with your lover a lot, that's going to actually end for you. So, it's going to be a lot more peaceful. Today is the last day of the Mercury retrograde. So, that's going to be a blessing too, because you don't have to worry about that energy. So unity. So in this relationship, it's gonna be like you guys are united again. You're gonna find, you're gonna have this common ground with them. It's gonna be feeling like there's a lot of unity in this relationship. There's a lot of growth. Let's see what this body change is about. So the Three of Swords. So basically what the body changes is telling us is that you need to actually, this is not necessarily physical body. I mean, like losing weight. Necessarily may also need to forgive yourself, maybe you're too harsh on yourself about being a certain weight. Maybe you feel like you're too little or you're too big. There's a lot of forgiveness when it comes to that. But I also feel like this is also speaking mentally. So like, once you actually take the time and heal yourself, basically once you heal yourself, it's going to bring a lot of body changes on. It's like mentally, it could be with sickness, but there is a lot of changes coming. It could be just with weight. There is a lot of changes coming. So the next thing is family change. So let's see what that card is about. So 7 of air. I do feel like could be a pregnancy, or it could be goes both ways. It could be a pregnancy because it's saying that it's something that's gonna come in at poor timing. It's gonna feel like, okay, with this happening, it's a lot of poor timing here. Or it could just necessarily be that there is a loss of a family member, but there definitely is going to be some family changes this month. For a lot of you, there's going to be a lot of pregnancy, like finding out that you're pregnant, things like that. So let's see what this new career about, what messages that we have for that. Ooh, 9 of water. So it's saying with your career, like if you've been looking for a dream job, or if you've been wanting a job, you're going to get news of a new exciting opportunity. So like your wishes are definitely going to come true. The concerns you had that was with money, that's going away. Like I said, it's an even error. And it's so much new things that are coming your way. So you're going to definitely feel like with this new career, your dreams came true. Like all your concerns kind of just fade away. You're going to start having a love for life. That's definitely very positive and something that's happening this month. Let's see. You're also going to be changing your mind about some things, and let's see what you're changing your mind about. Okay, 2 of water. So you're changing your mind about a relationship. I think basically what I'm getting is that you kind of gave up on a relationship. You felt like it wasn't going anywhere. Like I told you, there is going to be a lot of there's going to be kind of like a smooth transition in your relationship, where those arguments, that back and forth that you was having, those things are, definitely changing for you. So with these 2 cards, it's definitely telling me that you're changing your mind about the relationship. I feel like you're going to give it a chance. There is going to be a lot of forgiveness here. The relationship is going to grow closer. So there is going to be some resolution of a conflict. So that's something that you don't have to worry about. So if you was kind of, you know, thinking about your lover in a bad way, or like you wanted to quit them or whatever, that's definitely changing. Like I don't see you guys breaking up. I feel like you guys are going to grow a lot closer. And if you're not with your lover right now, you guys will get back together. So if you wanted to know if you was going to get, if you wanted to know if you and your ex was going to get back together, yeah, you're definitely going to get back together because you guys are changing your mind about a relationship. So you do have some grief work. So this was the card that came up earlier, was grief work. And let me see what, I'm clarifying that card and see what's going on here. So the moon. This card right here is just an illusion. So like the grief that you have is basically it's kind of like an illusion. You're kind of like, you're thinking that things are worse than what it is. And it basically is, this card is basically telling that you need to release the fear that's holding you back. You also have psychic abilities, so maybe you need to tap into that. Also, I'm getting that you may have, you know, you may do like moon rituals and stuff like that. This is also a good card telling you to do that as well, like continue to do those full moon rituals and things of that nature. The last card was get some rest. And this card was about meditating. So let's see, what is it telling you that you need to meditate or to do with that? Okay, so you got the 10 of air. So again, that's telling you that you're at the end of a difficult situation. This is your outcome. So you probably just, and this card also is about recovering. So, and that you need to learn how to embrace the change. So when you start meditating, meditate on that, on this change that's coming your way. So don't, all this fear that you got that's holding you back, that's not allowing you to actually live the life that you want. These are things that you're going to have to let go. And these are things that you need to work on. Meditating is to actually be able to accept the change that in your life. Sometimes what I'm getting is that you're holding yourself back. You want so much, but sometimes your mental is holding you back. And it's like you have the potential to do everything you want, but your mental is actually, you know, keeping you from doing the things that you want. So what I'm going to do is pull some angel cards here and see what your messages are. The first one is clairaudience. It says, notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. Prioritize. So it's saying focus on your highest priorities. And it says, this is from your angels. It says that I will help you get organized and motivated. So, and that's one of the things that came out, that you guys are starting to be a little more motivated this time around, because you're kind of like, when it comes to your money, you're very motivated to getting out of the situation, especially if you feel like there's a lack. So just continue to stay motivated with that. Let's see. Another card is gentleness, and that's another message that I was picking up too, that you guys are a little hard on yourself. So you need to be a little more gentle with yourself. This card says be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environment. So that's one of the things that you need to work on. Oh, when I'm pulling this out, I will do an extended version of this. So this will be in a lot more detail. Like if you have any questions, the extended version will actually provide you with those answers. It's going to tell you more about your love life and anything like that. So, and that will be on my website. So you can check that out for this one. I forgot to say that in the beginning. The next card is comfort. So it says, I am with you in your time of need, helping you your heart heal. And that's another thing that you guys need to really, really work on, is healing your heart. So you're at the end of an era, but your heart is a little cold right now, and you need to work on healing. And let's see the last card. And you need to have patience with yourself. So this card here says that your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. So you need to have a little more patience with yourself, because you guys are so hard on yourself, and I think that's your biggest problem is that you sometimes can be your biggest enemy because you're so hard because you are hard on yourself. You want things to work one way, and then when they don't go that way, like you guys' standard is way up here, and you definitely wanted to you want to be, your standards are so high, and sometimes when you don't reach those goals, you're kind of beat yourself up. So those are one of the things that you need to work on is that. Geminis, if you haven't already, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. I love to hear what's going on with your life. And until next time, I'll be doing your love reading, and I'm about to do your general extended version of this. So, but anyway, until next time, I'll talk to you later.